it going to be? What's it going to be? Double Fantasy is the fifth album by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, released in November 1980 on Geffen Records. It was produced by Lennon, Ono, and Jack Douglas. The album marked Lennon's return to recording music full-time following his 5-year hiatus to raise his son, little Sean. Isn't that darling? Isn't that darling, Brad? Isn't that just absolutely magical?
So darling.
Raising his little baby.
World's first house husband.
Certainly was. Yes. I've never heard this album before.
Haven't you?
No, I know the songs off it, but I've never listened to the album.
Yeah.
And I suspect this is a long-time favorite of yours, is it?
But not really. No, same thing. I'd call myself a giant John Lennon fan. Like a Beatle maniac, if you will.
You do the John Lennon lamb chops, and I remember the period of the John Lennon little circular glasses.
I've been there, done it all. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To be fair, he's one of my, as he is for many people, a big idol, a touch point from childhood, etc., etc. And I'm finding it very strange. I'll open it up here. This is a peek behind the beef curtain. I'm finding it very strange being older than he ever got.
Gee, how old was he when he died?
He was 40.
That old?
40. Yeah. He was a child. Some cock shot him down in the street.
Yeah, he's still in jail. It's like the only person in the world they can keep in jail, isn't he? Like everybody else, murder, rape, kill a busload of nuns, 6 months probation.
Yeah, that's get back on
kill
the street,
John Lennon,
buddy.
you're fucked.
Yeah, fucked. Yeah, absolutely. Screw that guy. But
Charles Manson, he got a bad rap too. Don't fuck with music.
Don't fuck with music. That's it. Keep it simple. Just bust loads of children and woman in your basement.
Nobodies. Kill nobodies. You're off next week. But as soon as it's a famous person, watch out, buddy. You're done.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, someone that brought love and joy to the world. Yeah. But this one, like I always, like there's the Beatles, John Lennon, and then there's John Lennon solo, which for me was kind of hit and miss, to be fair. I think early John Lennon solo, like Plastic Ono Band and Imagine, though not all of Imagine, were good. And then he kind of went real soft, and there was a lot of crap and covers albums, and, it was probably worthwhile that he went on hiatus for 5 years, right?
Was it, he did 5 solo albums?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And this one, I can't remember whether Double Fantasy came out just before he died or
it was released
after he died.
He was shot 3 weeks after the release of this.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they did another one after. So songs from the sessions of this, they made another album. I think it was Milk and Honey or something. Came out after his death.
I was reading that they had a lot of songs, and he had half of Milk and Honey done when he died, and I guess Yoko topped it off.
Finished it up. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, back to this one. I knew the singles, I knew the songs, because my sort of John Lennon solo career fandom, being born around the time he died, was greatest hits, greatest hits albums. So all the songs, all the singles. So I knew, just like Starting Over and what's the other one off this? Watching the Wheels and Woman and Beautiful Boy, and those songs. But listening to this, now we're doing essentially the stripped down, well, that's what I listened to this week anyway, version. And they've taken away a lot of the harmonies and instruments and stuff and made it pretty back to basics. And I actually quite enjoyed it, to be fair. It was just simple and great. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, my friends, and say Yoko kind of steps up a notch here. Did you know that was coming when you started listening to this album? Did you know that she was half of it?
No, I suspected she was going to be around. I didn't realize it was made as a conversation between the two partners. So he gets a song, she gets a song, he gets a song, she gets a song, and then at the end she takes over in 2 songs. I guess he died.
I'm in it now, John. Yeah,
I'm just gonna add one more song now that you're gone.
It really needs this. John wanted this. This. He told me.
That's what he would have wanted
on the footpath. Yeah,
add another song, Yoko. For fuck's sake.
Okay, John. But yeah, to be fair, she was definitely more edgy than John was. For better or worse. I wouldn't give her own album. But she was kind of, you think about the time this was going down, 79, 80, kind of new wavy, punky stuff. She had her finger more on the pulse or in the pie, as she uses. That's one of her lyrics. Put your finger in my pie. Than John was. John was kind of still doing his own thing and more so going back to like the 50s, It's a lot of
doo-woppies and there's a lot of very 12-bar blues. I don't know. Funky rock.
Yeah, but that's it. And that's kind of where he was going, I guess, back to the well, whereas she was kind of more, her songs definitely have a more modern feel, apart from fucking jazzy one. What's that called? Like
there's Yes, I'm Your Angel. I thought sounded like it was Making Whoopee, that song.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
the lyrics change. It's the same melody.
Oh, I never picked up on that, but all right. Yeah. What are your thoughts? I know what my thoughts are, but the people want to know what you think.
Well, I'm the more important one, so
that's true. Yeah, we know this.
I have to say, growing up, it was everyone hated Yoko. She was the joke. And, Yoko split up the band and Don't Be a Yoko.
Yeah.
And I think when Let It Be came out, we saw Yoko was just sort of standing there quietly and not interfering and not really, deserving of all this blame.
Sure. And sometimes just sitting there and being there is annoying in its own right.
Possibly, but so is Linda.
Yeah, I guess.
Both of them pretty quiet. Like I think it was something more the fans put more into it than probably it appeared like I saw on film. Like it didn't seem like a big deal. I mean, you're making an album, the partners are going to turn up, the kids going to turn up. You see Metallica in the studio and the wife turns up with the kids and they're playing with the drums and stuff. Oh, that's what happens. And listening to this album, I've seen Yoko live and I've done my impression of Dog-a-Skull. That's all I sort of know of her musically. And then listening to this album, Kiss, 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 I thought, oh, God, she's fucking awful. And then as it went, she can sing. She's in tune,
Sure.
She's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's kind of like each song is a great John song and then Yoko's not embarrassing herself, but she's just following after a tough act.
Yeah.
And it's not that terribly bad.
She's like if you know how you go to a show, you go to see Metallica or you go into whoever it is, Radiohead, and there's always an okay but pretty shitty opening act. So they're okay. They might have one hit song on the radio, but overall, they're just there to fill time and warm up the band, right? That's what I feel like Yoko was on this album, but instead of you put on the Yoko album to warm you up. They've mixed the songs in amongst it to give her a better chance, because people are buying this album because of John, right? It's a John Lennon album. They're not, it's a John and Yoko album. But she's there.
Yeah.
They obviously loved each other. You can't argue that. He loved that crazy lady. Yeah.
I was reading the negative reviews to this album, and it was people sort of saying, "Oh, shut up! No one cares about Yoko and how much you love her and blah blah blah." And it's very personal because he's like naming Yoko, and I'm talking about Yoko, and I'm naming Sean, I'm talking about Sean. Whereas songs usually, when you say Angie, it's not really about a girl named
just
Angie.
Rando,
yeah. It's just a name, and it's just about the random girl. And whereas this is very much like a diary entry, a little bit.
That's what Lennon was always like, though. It's very straightforward and on the point. But I guess, like your reference to Angie, you can write a song about Angie, or you can write a song about a Sarah, or you can write a song about a Joe, or whatever. And those names are used; they're so broad. But when you say Yoko, you're only thinking of there's only one Yoko, right? Maybe there's more in her home country, but in my experience, when you say Yoko, you don't need to add the Ono. You know who Yoko is.
Yeah. What's the song where he's talking about Good night, Sean.
Beautiful boy. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's a little bit feels a little over the line personal. You're in the room with them and
Yeah. I guess that's true. But I mean, the song was straight up for his son. So
yeah.
You know where he's going. But for me, like this, if I had to pick my bangers out, we can jump straight into that. Like Just Starting Over is classic John Lennon, right?
It's a great song.
Whether it's the stripped down version or the original version, they're both. It's a well-written banger. Listening to the stripped down version, I noticed that his guitar in the intro was out of tune.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. And B, without the harmonies and a lot of the stuff from the original, you kind of sing them in your head, like because it's one of those classic songs that everybody knows. And so when you take away like a hook, your brain still sings it.
I have to say, I listened to the first stripped down version, and I thought, all right. And then I started listening to the original produced version.
Yeah.
And I much preferred that.
Yeah, sure. As you would. That's the released version, I guess. This is like the stripped down, I guess, is more for I don't know. They just wanted to do something different and make more money out of us Lennon fans.
Yeah, selling the shit twice.
Yeah, it's like, have you heard they did the Steve Albini mixes of In Utero, so the 2013 mixes. Have you heard that?
I might have. I can't remember.
It's maybe a future episode, but it was like a deluxe edition. And same thing, like same songs, but he's remixed it, and some things are in and some things are left out, and there's new vocal harmonies and things. Some's work and some's don't. But the one that I was reminded of listening to this is they do a version of the version of Dumb that's on there. They take out the cello. So you know that song Dumb where the cello goes na 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 na.
Yeah,
that's gone, and your brain just puts it back in. That's real weird. It's an obvious poor choice to take it out.
I like that Pearl Jam 10. You listen to that new version they did. It's much cleaner, but also I don't know, I kind of like the original. It sounded.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you live with, like, when an album comes out and it's huge and it becomes part of your thing, everything about the sound creates those memories and that joy or that nostalgia or whatever it is. And so to change it even slightly, it's not the same, it misses something. And that happens a lot with when they do these remixes, and whether it's Sgt. Pepper's or it's stuff by the Doors, all these classic albums getting remixed. It's still good and it's interesting to listen to, but it's not the same. There's something about the feel of the mix as well as the music is important.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we both just like starting over. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Second song, Kiss, Kiss, Kiss. Yoko, what do you think? You're like, oh, fucking hell.
No.
That was my thought.
To be honest, when I went, oh, fucking hell, it's Yoko. But then it's got a bit of a groove to it, you know? Nah, 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 nah.
Yeah.
I thought, on repeated listens, I wasn't skipping it. I was like, hey, Yoko, give it a go, girl. The band's good,
It's
John's
all right.
rhythm.
Yeah. To me, that's her probably most annoying one. But I can see what you're saying. A catchy little pop song. She doesn't totally embarrass herself. It's just
no, like if it was sung by Blondie, if Deborah Harry was singing it, and it had a bit more oomph, probably a hit song, right?
I don't know. But it's like you are sandwiched in between John Lennon song, John Lennon song,
That's
John
it,
Lennon song. Is like, who's going to? Not many people are going to be able to like stand up song after song.
I'd liken it to the peaks and valleys of a mountain range, Dan.
Yeah.
You start off with Everest, and then you got to drop down some river valley to get to Kiss, Kiss, Kiss. And then you're only coming up slightly for the next track, Clean-Up Time. Not John's best work, if you ask me.
I like it. I think of it more as a boob. You've got your hand on the boob, and then to get to the other boob, you've got to go down the little hill and then up the hill to get to the other boob.
Right. But if they're big boobs, you could just mush them together and then it's all boob all the time.
Yeah, but we've got two handful boobs.
Ski jumps.
They're handful, yeah. They're not excessively large. And she's on her back, so they're kind of spread out a bit.
Okay. Gravity. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's my review. It's like two handful boobs.
Yeah. So Clean-Up Time. Yeah.
That song sucks. Sorry, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cheesy, kind of dated, and kind of probably wasn't really great at the time.
Yeah. It's got to fill it up somehow. Give Me Something. Yoko's back again. So we're probably, I can't even remember this one now, thinking back. So not memorable.
Yeah, me either. But though I think it wasn't one of the terrible ones.
Just an all right one. Just another. Good on you, Yoko. Have a merit certificate. You made it on the album. But then for me, so you've gone. You had the peak of starting over. Then we've dropped down into a mediocre river. I'm Losing You, I think, is one of his best songs. I think it's fucking banger.
I'm trying to remember it now.
Oh, my God. You're in some stranger's room. Bow, bow. Late in the afternoon. Bow, bow. It's great. Anyway, don't care if you can't remember it.
Doesn't really remind me of much at all.
Ugh. It's because I'm such an amazing vocalist.
You've just made it your own.
Yeah. He says I'm losing you a lot.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Moving on to I'm Moving On. I don't remember that either. Like it's a lot of not memorable stuff here. This is like that party that you go to and you drink too much. That you don't remember. You may or may not have had something put in your drink by Bill Cosby.
If you wake up with a sore bum, there probably was something in your drink. That's how I normally tell.
What if you'd eaten Taco Bell?
It just goes right through. That's not a problem.
It does. Sore bums and all.
Beautiful boy. Darling boy.
Look, that's a sticking point for me. It's revered as a great song, but I don't really enjoy it, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion and you get it as far as boy, and I guess it's pretty. It's not one I want to listen to over and over again because, as you said, it's so personal.
Yeah, it's a nice song. I felt like I was intruding.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, you just feel a little awkward.
Oh, he's got 2 songs together. Watching the Wheels. That's best song on the album, I think. I love that one.
Yeah.
It's a great
Great
song.
song. Yeah. Very John. I think every version of it I've heard has been great. It's just, again, very autobiographical. It's very much John, like a diary entry, as you say, but it works.
Yeah, it sounds like he's talking about the 5 years he took off before making this album, where he's people are saying to him, don't you want to be on tour? Don't you want the spotlight? He's like, nah. But then he made an album and he's back in the spotlight and doing it again.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, they got offered $1 million a piece to get back together as the Beatles. Now in 75, that's probably a shit ton of money.
Yeah. I was reading he had no record deal. Geffen Records, when they announced that he was doing music again, Geffen Records, it was their first contract they signed.
Yeah, that's right.
And they signed it without hearing any songs. I think it would have been
knowing that Yoko had half the album.
Probably didn't know that. Yeah, this album came out, got bad reviews, and didn't sell very well. And then John got shot, and it went straight to number 1. It shot to number 1 with a bullet, Brad. Too soon?
I think it's still too soon for that. 42 years later, it's still too soon.
Wow. No one thought it was, no one could be bothered with it. Then he gets shot and everyone's got to run out and buy it.
You know what really was too soon? I don't know whether it was Milk and Honey or one of the other Lennon albums that came out, like a compilation that Yoko put together. Have you seen that? The cover with the glasses? And it's just like his blood-stained glasses is the cover.
Oh, God.
I thought, come on, Yoko. Like,
she put something out a couple of years later. Yeah. Was it Milk and Honey? Was it 3 years later?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I get it. You want it to be arty, but for fuck's sake.
She's cutting the edge. She's bleeding edge. Yeah.
I'm on fire tonight. Yeah. Yes, I'm Your Angel. It's garbage. Woman.
Well, I have to say that is making whoopee, that song. Making whoopee. Da, 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 da.
Yes, I'm Your Angel.
And then she goes, tra la 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 la. That's fucking weird.
You know what we've skipped over on? I think if we go back, it's possibly on every Yoko song, but the Yoko vocalizations is the politest way to put it. The strangled cat galah noise that she makes. Do you know what I'm referring to here?
Oh yeah, there's that one. Don't go school. Yeah.
Like a fucking baboon. Oh my God, she's mad. I remember seeing a video. You should look it up on YouTube, everybody. John Lennon is playing with his hero Chuck Berry for the first time live on stage in the early 70s, and they're playing one of the Chuck Berry greats. I don't know. What's Chuck Berry sing?
Rolling along my automobile.
Yeah, probably one of that. Right? And
my baby beside me by the wheel.
Some dumb fuck in the audio department decided, or was probably told by John actually, that Yoko needs a microphone, and so John and Chuck are singing "Run along my automobile," and it's all sounding great. And then out of nowhere, you'll hear Yoko off screen going, and John can't even keep a straight face. He's like, what the fuck? You see Chuck Berry dying inside. Just ruins a brilliant moment. Anyway, so check that out. YouTube it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Woman.
And then, Woman. I think the original version is far superior to this one, but still, good song. Good song.
Yeah,
Again, he's
it's
singing
a really
about
good
his love.
song. Yeah,
Great song.
yeah.
Mm.
It's another classic.
Another
Beautiful
classic.
Boys, Yoko.
Yeah. See you later.
We got through it.
Yeah.
Dear
And
Yoko.
then dear Yoko. The man loves his Yoko.
Yeah.
And
She must have some kind of magic vagina.
maybe.
She cast a spell over this dude.
They did love each other. There's enough songs telling us that he was very straightforward. You know, it is what it is.
I don't think the world quite understands. Like, why her?
She understands. She understands. I mean, if it was these days, if this had been in the days of the internet, do you think people would be accusing her of hiring someone to murder John Lennon, like they did with Courtney Love?
Well, did they do that anyway?
I don't think so. I never heard anything. Let's start that conspiracy right now.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't, because she's probably got good money and good lawyers.
I feel sorry for Yoko. I think she got a tough ride over the years. I don't think she did.
Yeah.
You know, she is what she is, but yeah, put up with it.
Tough ride with all those millions and millions of Lennon dollars.
Well, that is true.
Oh, John is dead. I get all the money. I'm so sad. Oh, I shouldn't do an accent. Oh, it's Apu.
Oh, that was extremely racist. Oh my God.
I apologize.
I will not have that on this show. I run a tight ship, Brett. I run a tight.
Yeah.
You're cancelled.
I wasn't trying to be racist. I was just trying to do my impersonation of Yoko. Like when we did her singing voice, is that racist too?
Yes.
It's so confusing these days.
We were both being extremely racist.
So white.
What do we do?
Yeah.
We did Woman. That's a good song.
Well,
Beautiful
I guess
Boys.
we've done it. We can skip the last two.
Yoko, yada, yada. Yeah, the last two, Hard Times Are Over. That was a bad one.
Yeah.
Every man is a woman who loves them. I don't know. Yeah.
It's like John went, okay, I'll come out of retirement, but I've only got 5 songs. Yeah, okay, fill this shit up. You know? Like, he's probably a lazy cunt. You know? Let's be fair.
I've got enough for a double album. We're sitting here going, oh, he had 5 songs.
Yeah. Well, and of the songs that he's put on here, they're not all good, are they?
No.
You know, the 5 he's put on there, 3 are good.
It's hit and miss, a couple more misses than hits.
Do you think that Lennon needed McCartney and Harrison? Do you think they really needed each other? Like their songwriting styles never really connected without each other?
I think they put out a lot of albums really quickly, and it's tough to come up with a banger every time, isn't it? And when you got 3 guys who can, you know, really contribute a good song, like George wrote some fucking incredible songs. So did Paul.
The greatest love song of all time, yeah.
How often were they putting out an album? Every year or less?
And the Beatles, yeah, they were cranking them, yeah.
Yeah, and I was reading they'd get a week to write their album.
And look how fucking good it was. So step it up, boys.
Yeah,
it's like a 2-year gap, man.
Yeah, 3 people who, you know, George later on, who could actually contribute really good songs, and you still end up with a few clunkers along the way, don't you? But the 3 of them together was going to be not necessarily the songs gel with each other, doesn't flow cohesively, but they're good songs.
I guess they were able to cut out the faff when it was the 3 of them. All that song shit, John. You know, like, and then they'd move on and put good songs out.
Yeah, well, that one's better. Okay, let's put that on. Yep.
Yeah.
Throw that turd out.
Somebody get Ringo off the roof. He's fucking high.
Even Octopus's Garden's a pretty good, catchy little song, though, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, okay. That's all right.
It's you know.
Hey, boys, I got a fucking song. I spot a fucking octopus.
Oh, Christ. It's that or Yoko's song. Okay, let's put fucking Ringo's song on. I thought Wonder Woman just entered the room.
Hey, they could have done a song about the dolphin's vagina, and it's just, it's just them jamming the blues, and Yoko's going like that, speaking in dolphin.
She's got a go-to move, doesn't she? That's her.
Well, every singer has their unique style, and that is Yoko's.
The Rock had the people's elbow, and Yoko has.
Like and subscribe, everybody, for more Yoko.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
And she would walk off the stage just going, yeah, fucking owned it.
Yeah. Then she'd drop a queef and get out of there. What do you rate this thing?
I'm gonna kick Yoko down the stairs while she's pregnant 5 times out of 10.
Oh, jeez. That's wow.
We haven't talked about that bit. I love you.
No.
I love you. I love you. I gotta kick you down the stairs when you're pregnant.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have sex with this other Asian lady.
What, really? Did he?
Yeah, May. I think her name was May Pang or something. Yeah.
Oh god. So he had yellow fever, and he was like kicking in pregnant chicks down the stairs.
I don't know. Can we say that anymore, Dan? My God. Who's still listening to this podcast anyway? 20 minutes in, we're good. Thanks, everybody. You like our level of smut peddling? Come back next week.
You won't get this level of truth anywhere else.
Wow, that is true. Yeah.
They're not going to say this on the 6 o'clock news, are they? But every word's fucking
nice
right.
While it lasted, but God, yellow fever.
2.5 minutes, Brad. How are you going to rate this?
Oh, mate, look.
How many times are you going to kick Yoko down the stairs?
I'd rate it higher if I could get Yoko songs out of it. Like if I just rated John songs and it was like a John EP, I'd give it probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10 cheating sessions with other with May. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But together as a package, and I guess you kind of have to link it with his death, it's still probably 7. Give it a 7 out of 10. It's not a classic by any means. Go and listen to his other stuff, or just buy greatest hits, and then you'll get the best songs off this album and a whole lot of other badass stuff.
I got a greatest hits from him years ago. I remember taking it to work and playing it, and people were complaining because of all the still had all the crap songs. Like, oh, we are saying,
oh, come on,
let's give peace a chance.
Pull the dick out of your mouth, Dan. It's a great
song.
We
are saying. People were like, oh my God, this song is fucking terrible.
You're singing it like he had Down syndrome.
Well, that's how it sounded. It was a pretty accurate version of
it. Good song. Save the world. Bring people together. Unite. We need another Lennon, and it's not Harry Styles.
Isn't it?
No. But hey, we've done it. I think it's good. Everybody, if you like music, listen to something else, and then you won't have to hear Yoko.
Like and subscribe.
Don't click the link below.